Alright, welcome back to Monster Prom. I'm having about as much luck with the girls in this game as I do in real life. That is to say, none. But let's give it another go.
Let's start a fire!
Give us our quiz. Oh, a radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower do you get? I like we got Sailor Moon with a gun, 2 Dragon Balls for heads, and Harry Potter's forehead scar. Okay, the incredible power of writing fan fiction, so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decide to go with my ideas and crazy ships. Probably rabies. I go to a hospital immediately. The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people. Seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, even conveying complex emotional thoughts. I kinda like that one. If you had to have sex with an animal, what animal would it be? A great white shark. I have to fuck an animal, let's at least make it a story worth telling. A human being, the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one. A swan, they're classy. Plus it reminds me of that myth of Leda and the swan, so at least by bestiality standards, it has a certain chic appeal. What would be a deal breaker for a potential... Okay, we already,
Let's do this!
hear Miranda and Polly discussing a party. Oh, Polly, I'm terribly excited for your upcoming party.
Yes!
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Hey, speaking of which, you got money, right? How about picking us up some party favors? Oh, I'd be delighted. How many balloons should I purchase? I don't care, just make sure you get enough nitrous oxide to fill them all. What's nitrous oxide? Is that something land dwellers breathe? Well, it's pretty much all I breathe, if that's what you're asking. I don't know about that. How about cake? What kind of cake would you like?
Lame.
Cake? I think you're mispronouncing cocaine. No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cake. I like mine with pink frosting.
Ugh.
And I like mine injected into my eyeballs. And speaking of eyeballs, I don't think we're seeing eye to eye right now. Too true. Perhaps our friend can suggest a mutually agreeable use for my vast riches. Give Polly a piñata. You don't want anyone to get hurt though, so the only really safe thing to fill it with is nice soft bags of cocaine. Miranda, you like clowns, right? I know this website that lets you hire clowns, firefighters, doctors, and tuxedo guys. It's called definitelynotstrippers.com and it's 100% legit. You pull up definitelynotstrippers.com on Miranda's phone so she can see for herself. 20 minutes later. Hello? Mary? I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I seem to have been distracted by the photographs on my phone here. What were we talking about? Clowns? Yes? Fine. Order 100 of them. And another 100 for the party. Later at the party, you get to see those buff clowns fit into a lot of things inside tiny cars. You get +2 creativity and +1 fun. Nice.
Let's do this!
You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda's pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the Frowny Liam scale. The what? The Frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces. But you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notebook and displays a series of doodles of Liam's frowniness. They are not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I am not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked what my creature creme brulee to be extra crispy so it truly popped with my massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment, and so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited source of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I'm simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop. Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Jade. His taste may trend toward the mainstream, but surely he can see this subpar cafeteria must be exposed. Don't be ridiculous. Jade is surely more compassionate than that, and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again. Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Miranda can't undermine Liam's admittingly talented criticism alone. This'll take an army of homeless people we pay to write positive Yelp reviews in the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's. One lone voice simply can't shut down this cafeteria, at least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Why, of course, this plan involves two of my most favorite strategies: gathering an army and outsourcing work to the disenfranchised. If it involved torture and suppression of dissidents, it would hit all my favorites, but there might be time for that later. I don't even have a response to this. You go to the vast homeless population who wander the woods near the school, don't ask, and convince them the cafeteria is a trendy new restaurant that sells food for the most valuable currency of all: positive Yelp reviews. Turns out people are pretty gullible when they're starving, so they flock to the cafeteria in droves and start writing spectacular reviews on their phones. Because now homeless people have phones of their own. It seems they kept all the unwanted blackberries. Remember blackberries? Yeah, me either. Miranda Vanderbilt, says Principal Giant Spider, bursting into the cafeteria with eight-legged panache. Stop bringing droves of homeless people into our cafeteria! But Principal Giant Spider, it was absolutely vital to the vitality of this school. You said that the last 5 times. You can't solve all your problems by manipulating homeless people. Notorious PGS storms out, but Miranda looks perfectly chipper. Oh, he may pretend to be upset, but I think the subtext was pretty clear. Thank you, Miranda and Jade, for saving the entire school like the beautiful heroes you are. That's 100% a lie, but Miranda called you beautiful. Aw, it's a win.
Let's do this!
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get with Miranda this time. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or a stat in this game. Check your converter out to see if this can translate to something a bit more useful. 2 creativity points. Okay. Afterward, Miranda summons you. Feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Thank you for coming, my dear. I have finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the Queen of Prom. The royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that Prom Queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr. She's proven to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts? Let's convince everyone she likes humans. It doesn't take much to make someone look bad in this day and age. You, however, are monsters and went for total overkill. You hire a Chinese hacker to plant 10 years of pro bono work, rescuing human babies from lawnmowers in Ursula's name. At recess, Dr. Babylove of the Babylove Institute appears out of nowhere and presents her with a Humanity Award. Yes, this will seriously harm her standing with the evil lawnmower creature contingent. That's an important voting bloc. They're the ones who keep the schoolyard so tidy, getting +2 boldness and +1 smarts. Excellent.
Let's do this!
That day you spend time on one of the library's PCs, spending malicious spam emails in hopes of stealing other people's money. You see Miranda at the computer next to you. She's got a look on her face that can only mean one thing. Someone's being shitty to her on the internet.
Yuck!
The impudence of this so-called internet. My great-uncle Maldar got caught eating one child. Just one! And now everyone's talking as if he's some sort of serial child gobbler. It's not just trolls saying this either. All sorts of monsters are saying the most horrific things. I know what you're thinking. Miranda, why don't you just buy the whole internet and make them stop saying mean things about your family? And of course, that's what I've been trying to do. There's just one tiny problem. There are plenty of people selling part of the internet, but I have no idea who owns all of it. From whom shall I buy the internet? The Illuminati, duh. If you want, I can put you in touch. Could you please? That would be most kind. Miranda gives you a pillowcase full of precious gems and canned beans, the official currencies of the Illuminati, and you take it to your contact. You meet him at 2 a.m. in an upholstered booth at a pancake restaurant. He wears sunglasses and a fake beard. He counts the gems and the beans, especially the beans because he's a bean counter, and nods. Before you know it, all .com domain names have become .Miranda instead, and all rude, crude, and unseemly behavior is banned. Miranda video chats you with her new proprietary program to thank you. This is marvelous! I can see everything on the internet now. Most of it was disgusting though, so I simply removed it. I knew the solution to my problem was to spend a ridiculous amount of money on it. That's always the solution. Miranda's gratitude sort of makes up for the fact that you can't find any good porn online anymore. You gain +2 charm and +1 smarts.
Let's do this!
You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray. What's wrong, Miranda?
Yuck!
Isn't it obvious? Right here on my tray, fish sticks. Yeah, Fish Sticks Fridays. Isn't it great? It is not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the Air People. Air People? Yes, you do not know the Air People, the merfolk's most hated rivals. Don't you read the news? Yeah, sure, because I totally know how to read. What? Well, I must insist that you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It is high treason. But I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any? He's asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth, but you feel like you got a better answer to settle this argument. You blurt out, haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks make you worse at sports. They contain baldropinol and nerdoflavin. Fish sticks contain absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food-grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants. I don't know if... I'm gonna try this one. Okay, that one does favor Scott. See, Miranda, there's nothing going on with fish sticks at all. They're good and good for you. I suppose you're right. Perhaps this is not the air people thought I suspected after all. Though I'm disappointed that so much plastic is being used in fish sticks, rather than plastic drink rings to catch birds with. Don't forget about the snails. There's snails in it, too. I would much rather forget about the snails, thank you. Does it mean you still don't want your fish sticks? Can I have them? Can I? Very well, you may partake. I'm not sure where my eating serfs have gone off to in any case. As you watch Scott chow down his artificial fish fingers, you decide both he and Miranda have weird relationships with food. Scott gives you a thumbs up while still munching those fish fingers.
Let's do this!
Somebody puts a sack over your head and throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda's sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of the toilet.
Greetings and salutations.
I am glad you came. My prom queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish. Hardly helpful unless genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me sneak a 3-meter-tall, heavily armed cod assassin named Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you'd best say your goodbyes. Every student... do nothing. Every student in our school is some kind of bizarre. We need a diversion. Release the Kraken! No! Fish hit drums and the menacing beat culminates in a synchronous crescendo. You feel a thump from down below, and then a whimper. Oh great, the Kraken's stuck in the sewers again. Take the plunger and help the 7-ton monster out. You hurt an octopuppy, how could you? No. And things were coming along so well with her, too.
Let's do this!
Let's try and make up for some of that charm there. You see Miranda in her gym outfit in the far end of the gym's swimming pool. Wait, the gym has a swimming pool? Why aren't you using it? Why are you always playing dodgeball? Why don't you get to see your class in swimsuits? Anyways, you approach Miranda, she shrieks, and her merman bodyguards tackle you to the floor. Who are you? Are you here to kill me? I'm just a better swimmer. This is no basis for an assassination. Wait, you don't swim. You have no fins, and without gills, you'll just choke right away. Could you help me with this situation? I'm the best swimmer in school. My parents say that it's just how it's supposed to be, but people sometimes get just too jealous. My dad used to send such hoodlums to a farm. But now he says I'm not 11 anymore, so I have to learn to deal myself with the people who might plot my assassination. I have no idea who's even behind this. Can you help me catch these jealous people? How about a charity swim? You won't participate, and whoever comes first gets a ticket to the farm. Quantity over quality, mines, loads of mines. Those ones that make beeping noises, with big chains and spikes. They're bound to catch someone, or at least smear the message across the ceiling. Oh, this one sounds... That is a delightful idea. We can make it a charity for serfs without a master. You know, those sad ones without someone to give orders to them. I think they call them free people. And I have a list of farms from my parents, like this one, Rancho Relaxio, but with fire instead of relax. They're not very good at naming, but they're quite good at fire. Your idea worked, but we should probably have a talk about your pets.
Let's do this!
Polly and Miranda sit together, surrounded by Miranda's customary crowd of serfs. So wait, you've actually got serfs who eat for you? Okay, I think this is the, this is the same, dialogue about serfs we saw them have before. Miranda, get a puppy serf. It's not actually a serf, it's just like 50 cute dogs. A serf that's actually just a room full of cute puppies? Why didn't my imagination serf come up with such a marvelous idea? I swear if he hadn't escaped, I'd have him hanged by my execution serf immediately. As a matter of fact, would you like to be my new imagination serf? The pay is non-existent, but you can make up for it in a constant fear of death. You politely decline Miranda's offer, but agree to go to the animal shelter to pick out a puppy serf instead. Huzzah!
Let's do this!
You can continue... You gain +1 BBF. Sadly, she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen. Oh, I think I should have paid more attention to the dialogue. Maybe it was a little bit different. You run into Miranda accidentally. It's clumsy yet kind of cute and romantic. For a second, you suspect she rehearsed it. Hi, it's so funny running into you here. So random. Anyway, I've been wondering. I got my weekly allowance today, but I can't come up with anything fun to do. It's not much, just $1 million, but perhaps we can come up with something. Together? Something practically amusing, a purge of your political opponents. I'd like to know more about you. Let's hire peasants to sing your story. Oh, I thought that would be kind of sweet and romantic, but apparently not. Peasants aren't suited to tell my story. It's a serious subject that only licensed jesters are allowed to reenact. Serfs get weird ideas from it. They think the displacement of a village for a monument to my birth is somehow offensive. We don't want to give them any weird ideas, or any ideas at all. Peasants with ideas get rowdy. She asked you for a date idea and you suggested exposition? Crap. Well, I hope that didn't hurt my chances with her, but let's give it a shot.
Let's do this!
Disgusting!
Aww. You didn't have to put it that way. I think of you as a brother. Actually, we royalty are very into incest, so let me correct that. I think of you as highly unattractive. Thanks. Thanks for that. God damn it. I must decline.
Disgusting!
Man, I am no good at this at all. But most likely to marry a zebra. Most likely to die in a coup d'etat. Miranda used her vast surf knowledge to get a job at handpicking the best surfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surfs to do the work. Polly's drug cooking skills proved to be useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. Yet, on her free time, she still cooks drugs. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. Just kidding, he became an athlete, duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life. And then it was gone, blah blah blah, okay. And I am 0-3. Jeez. Don't know if I need to look up an algorithm as to, like, whether it's like a very specific path that you have to take to for them to not get rejected. You probably do have to take a very specific path, don't you? Oh yeah, and I noticed Christina V is also voices in this game. Both her and Danielle McRae are also do voices in Skullgirls. So again, that was where I got where when I heard they also voiced this, that perked my interest in this. Alright, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
I'm playing a game.